Hello, thank you for that thumbs up. I appreciate you. Hi, Betty. Good morning, good morning, good morning. You're at work? I appreciate you for listening while you're at work. I'm on this morning because I'm not sure if I'll be able to come back on this evening, so I'm on this morning. Don't have to go in. Actually, don't have to go in actually today. Can work from home today. So we're on this morning. We used to be on mornings about 3 years ago when I would rotate mornings, afternoons, then evenings and evenings slash nights. But my work schedule has started to change a little bit until it put me to the point where I was just evenings because it's too hot in the mornings in the summertime. Definitely too hot in the afternoon between what like 10 and 2, actually probably between 10 and 4. It's too hot. It's too hot. Hold on. Okay, so actually you should do it between 10 and 2, 10 and 4. It's kind of hot. So we stopped the afternoon rotation. It was kind of mornings and evenings, but I was having to get my exercises done and then go to work. So we just ended up on evenings, like the evening shift, the night shift. And I like it. I like that better. I like it much better anyway. We just stuck to it. We just stuck to it. So we do evening and walks and night walks. Night walks ain't nothing over here. The easy peasy. That's the routine. That's the schedule. Nothing to it but to do it. Nothing all big and magnificent if you walk at night. We do that. You get to see a lot of different things though when out and about in the mornings compared to later in the evening and at night. You get to see a lot of different things. But we're still doing what? We're moving. And we keep moving. And we move the same way with a purpose. With a purpose. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. So I might be able to come back. But just in case I don't this evening, I was like, let me go ahead and get it out of the way. Even if it's just like 20 to 30 minutes. Get it out of the way. It's not so hot yet. So I figured however long I can walk before that sun starts beaming down really, really hard, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. If it gets too bad, we'll just stop. We'll just stop. We'll take it in. But as long as it's like this, we can get it done. See what these mosquitoes are like this morning, because you know mosquitoes are still out. So these mosquitoes are still cutting up. So we'll see what the mosquitoes are like right now. We're going uphill, y'all. Up, up, up. Back up the hill. Keep moving. Keep walking. Keep walking. Keep moving. Keep pushing. Keep pulling. Keep climbing. Keep going. Keep moving and grooving. Keep cruising. The hills don't play, but watch the way you walk. Watch the way you walk. Watch the way you walk. Pay attention to your feet, to your legs, to your hips. Watch the way you walk. We're up. We're up here. Oh, we got people cutting down trees. I don't know what this looks like. Let's see. Looks the same. Looks a little bit better. I can barely see it. I can barely see it. But I hope you guys are all right. Happy Monday to you. Happy, walk this way. Hold on, y'all. Okay, we got it. We got it. Good morning. See? When you walk in the morning time, you pay more attention to what's going on. Because there's more going on. Pay attention to what's going on because there is more going on. We have the city workers out doing their thing, making sure the city does its part in keeping the neighborhoods looking good, keeping the community looking good. So, as the people, we need to make sure we do our parts. We need to make sure we do our parts. You guys hear the birds? Hear the birds? We haven't heard the birds in a long time. I don't know, they've been quiet during the evenings. But listen to the birds. Listen to the birds. They have been quiet, but they are singing this morning. They are singing a song. The birds are singing this morning. I haven't said that in a long time because it's like I don't know. Like the birds went into hibernation. The birds went into hibernation. The birds went into hibernation, but they are out and about this morning. And I'm sure you guys will hear that again now. Because whatever I don't say in a while, two particular people won't say it. But now that I'm back to saying, listen to the birds, people are going to go back to loving the birds. Two particular people who stalk me are going to go back to loving the birds. Loving the sound of the birds. They hear the birds. But you guys hear them. I hear them. I haven't been hearing them much during the evenings. We hear those cicadas, though. We hear those cicadas. They know they make a lot of noise. They make a lot of noise. I'm up early. Hey, Stefan. Yes, Stefan, I'm up early today, okay? I'm off work. Actually, I'm working from home. I'm working from home. It's nice outside. So since I'm working from home, I'm up a little bit later. But since it feels so good, I decided to go ahead and get my walk done because that'll give me some time to do something else that I have to do this evening. And I still might be able to come back on and walk this evening too. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. But just in case I can't and I get too busy, I will have done it already. I will have walked. So we got some traffic, y'all. So we know we march in place. Let me turn it down. They got some loud music. All right. It's like people can read your mind, right? You know what some people say? The elders say that's the devil. What's the devil? His music was down, right? Because y'all know when the music is approaching, I can usually tell. Thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. I can usually tell. So I'll go ahead and mute, unless it like sneaks up on me real quick. His music was down. At the stop sign, he turned his music up. And I'm like, geez, it's almost like, it feel like, okay, you see me on the phone, so you turn the music up. Knowing that he probably wasn't even thinking about that. But then I mute. And as soon as he pulls away from the stop sign and goes a little bit, he turns the music down. And here comes another one. He turns the music down. I'm like, it almost made me feel like he really did turn it up because I'm on the phone. As soon as he took off, he turned the music down. It's always good to see you walk. It's peaceful. Oh, thank you, Stefan. I appreciate that. A lot of people say that. They say that, they say they don't, like, y'all know I'm bad about checking my emails, okay? I'm bad about checking my email. I have been trying to get better, okay? I checked it last night for the first time in like maybe a week and a half. I have got to get better. But the reason I'm bad is just like, I'm just a bad person when it comes to emails, I'm not a bad person, but you know what I mean. When it comes to checking emails, I'm just not good at it, right? But some of that might be because I have like a couple of emails, well, a few emails that I have to check regularly. So the emails that I have just for social media, I don't really check them as often. So I'm trying to get better. I checked it last night, kind of cleared some stuff out. When I check it, that, you know, it's kind of full. So sometimes I don't get to check all of it. So, but I do get to check some of it. And sometimes people tell me that in the email. They're like, we like to see you walk. It's relaxing. I guess it's kind of like when you like to watch people eat. You know, some people like to watch people eat. Some people can't stand the smacking, but some people love the smacking. Like they love the smacking. I don't like the smacking. Now, if it's something that looks really good and they prepared it in a way that just has my full attention, the aesthetics of it all, I can overlook some smacking, okay? Because at that point, it's like a mind game to me, I guess. It's a mind game and a mind thing. I'm thinking, that food looks so good, they deserve to smack a little bit. Because sometimes, I think even people who don't like to hear smacking, I think everybody has done it, even if, you know, by accident at some point. Because sometimes people, you have to let them know you're smacking. Like, the food is so good, they're so into it. It's like you know that they really don't even realize they're smacking as hard as they are. I'm going to put it on mute, y'all, till I get past this man doing his yard. Okay, I think that might be a little bit better. Okay? So, sometimes I think people really don't realize that they're smacking. I think they know, but they don't realize how bad they're smacking, or how hard they're smacking, or how much they're smacking. Because I've caught myself doing it before. So if I'm watching somebody eat and it looks really, really good, I almost can, you know, and they're not smacking too much, it doesn't bother me. Because I'm like, that food looks so good. Especially if they cooked it. they deserve a smack. It looks so good, they deserve a smack. But sometimes people just do it just to be annoying. Especially don't tell them that you can't stand it. Oh my goodness, if you tell them that you can't stand it, they'll do it more. So they do it to be annoying. Kids, I can understand, but adults, I can't. But, you know, people love to say they're grown. In many circumstances, they love to say, I'm grown, I do what I want to do, I'm grown. But the behavior is like childlike. I'm getting tired of this. Oh yeah, Stefan, I kind of, guess what I did? Over the weekend, I didn't watch it until like late. I knew I was working from home today. So I think they had like maybe 30 stories. Like they dropped like maybe 30 skits, right? And usually they're about 4 minutes max. Every now and again, you'll get one that's like 5 or 6. Usually like 4, sometimes like 4 minutes and 13 seconds. So I speed it up. I speed it up. And then I said, okay, 4 times 30, that's like 120 minutes. So that's 2 hours. So I kind of speed it up to keep it under 2 hours. And I'll just sit and binge watch them. And, you know, it used to be, I didn't watch them time they drop, but like I would check like when I would come to YouTube, it wouldn't be to come watch other people. It would be to come and watch Country Wayne, right? So I would catch like maybe 2 or 3 skits on my break, then another 2 or 3 skits. And then when I get off, I might catch like maybe 5 or 6. So by the end of the day, you know, I've kind of caught up, or I'm pretty good. But the past couple of days, I haven't even had a desire. I've just been waiting until like late in the day, right before bed. And I just binge watch for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Because I look at what he's put out for today. And some of those skits I just skip. And I mean some of the ones with the main story people, main storylines, because they're not even redundant. I don't even know how to explain it. They're just boring. They're boring. The stories aren't moving along the way they should. The writing, I know is YouTube, but most people come to social media, especially when you're doing that type of stuff. We're going uphill, y'all, so we're slowing down because we got to walk and talk up this hill, okay? And we got to keep moving. But it's like it gets boring for one, you know what it's going to be. And then sometimes it's just plain stupid, like Sonny, Mike, and Melissa. Mike knows Sonny loves him, right? He's been getting close to her. I'm good with that. I'm cool with that because it seems like Melissa's done. But when he has the conversation with Melissa about the store, instead of keeping it about the store, he tells her, I thought we were on a break, if it's even over yet. I'm like, what? You just told Sonny that you miss Melissa, but you don't miss the argument. And you're and Nikki needs to stay out of his house, out of his apartment. And she's telling Mike about why Melissa's mad. Well, he knows why Melissa's mad. So we didn't need you to come over there and tell him another little bitty part of it. She's seeing you out. I mean, come on now. It's just getting boring. Hold on, Stefan. Okay, it's just getting boring. Like, Nikki, stay in your place. And a lot of times, Nikki says things that make sense. But a lot of times, you know what Hollywood and Melissa said about Nikki is true. I think Nikki is a little messy. And I think she's a little jealous. Now, why is she over there telling Mike that Melissa is mad because he's spending more time with Sonny? Isn't it common sense that if you're not together with him and another lady is pregnant, that they might end up together or spending a lot of time together? And since you're no longer with him, even more time together? Like, that's just common sense. Like, Nikki, like that whole skit was a waste. I'm just so over them. And then Mike talks so much He knows about Momo and D now. You know they've gone a whole day without him telling Rafi. How am I not going? Yeah. I didn't even see that yet, Stefan. Right. They keep, yeah, making these storylines dumb, long, and dragged out too much. Exactly. And it's like, I mean, come on, y'all African Americans. And I ain't trying to be funny, but y'all know we don't like back in the day, if you watch soap operas, when you get to a point where you can kind of like tell them what the soap opera's about, or you miss a week or two and you come back and you can just fall right back into it. Eventually you start to miss 2 or 3 months. Next thing you know, you've missed the soap opera for a whole year. And you come, and then like you're not as into it anymore. Because most of us start off with soap operas like as kids with our parents, grandparents, aunties, neighbors, babysitters. And so that's all we watched. So we would, have no choice kind of, after you watch the little cartoon stuff during the morning, you had no choice. That's what you watch. Unless, they put the TV, even if you had another TV for the kids, when the kids come, it's time to eat, they're watching what the parents and the grandparents and the aunties and the babysitters are watching. They're catching it. So you learn a little bit about some of the characters. Then you get to a point where you're watching now as a teenager, as an adult. But you realize that some of the storylines are just so redundant. You can miss a week and come right back and catch up. You don't even have to try to watch replays. Because, back in the day, it wasn't no replay. And now, like I said, you can miss 2 months. And some stuff happened, but couples who were together may have married and been with somebody else. And next thing, you might have caught it a day or two when you was off work. Next thing you know, those old couples are back together. It's like, it's too redundant. So when you become an adult, if you notice daytime soap operas, they aren't as popular anymore. That's why they took so many of them off. Because it's just redundancy. And even though they were cheap, they say that they're really cheap to make. People are like, they're just not that into soap operas anymore. Because people got, it's kind of like, you can miss a year or two or a few. Like The Bold and the Beautiful. I used to watch that. So I saw something online talking about Brooke and Ridge declaring their love for each other. I'm like, what the hell? That's been going on since I was a kid. And that's how Country Wayne is. I'm like, y'all African Americans, y'all know we like to bring it. Y'all know we like to bring the spice, the drama. Now I ain't with that flipping, changing boyfriends and girlfriends every 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not with that. I ain't with like with Sonny. I don't appreciate how she goes and gets pregnant in the bathroom. And he always talking about Jesus is popping. Like, I know it's like little mini soap opera, but that ain't it. And then once it happened, okay, she's still not with him. He talking about he missed Melissa, but it's over. She broke up with me, so why she mad? But when he actually talked to Melissa, which was right before he talked to Nikki, it was almost like he was saying, well, we are not officially over. I was like, what the hell? So, and then they're showing characters who are at that age, and I'm thinking, well, damn, Mike in his 40s. The women, they're like in their mid to late 20s, maybe early 30s, right? Maybe in their 30s. I think Amber and Erica, kind of a little bit older than maybe Shayla. I say Amber probably like maybe 5 years older than Shayla, but Shayla maybe, like, I say they're probably within 10 years. I say Melissa, Sonny, they're probably at least 30. Melissa may be a little bit young. I don't know. Because, they can fool you because, Brittany, Rose's daughter, for real life is 40. So, they might be at least 30. But they're too old to be doing the stuff. And I guess he looks at it like, well, mainstream soap opera does it. Like I was just talking about Ridge and Brooke. They're in their 60s or whatever. And they still doing that stuff they were doing in their 20s and 30s. Going to marry somebody else, having 3 or 4 kids with somebody else, having their own kids together, back together, breaking other people's heart because they want to get back together, breaking each other's heart because they want to get back together. It's like, you get tired of that. And with Country Wayne, it's easy to get tired of it because Not only do they do skits every day, they do several skits in a day. So like you said, it's just too much. It's too negative. The stereotypes, they reinforce the negative stereotypes. And I'm not even just saying like stereotypes for African American, because you have Caucasians, Asians, they got 3-4 baby mamas, 3-4 baby daddies. They like to act like that's just something in the black community, but it's not. So they got it too. But it's the sleeping around. It's the sleeping around that I don't care what race, what nationality. But when it's your own and you know that everybody tries to put that stereotype on you, that's crazy. You know how they talk about Tyler Perry? I feel like that about Country Wayne skits now. Like, why are you... Hey, who is that in the chat? I'm sorry, I can't see this phone. I don't know why it's like that. It's so negative. People tell them they're tired. Yeah, they tell them that they're tired of the storyline, Stefan. And guess what? Seems like they keep making it worse. Seems like when you... Hey there, hey, Robert. Hello, Miss Pride. How you doing, Robert? Welcome into the chat. We're just talking about some YouTube stuff, some Country Wayne skits. It seems like when you tell them, the more it's like the more the subscribers complain, the worse the skits get. So, but his channel is, the subscribers are growing though. But I think what it is, he's doing like grass, y'all, so I'm gonna go back this way. I think what it is that people are trying to hang in there with him because, you know, when you see somebody successful, young, African-American male, some of those people in those skits are getting put on to movies and stuff like that. So when you see that, you try to continue to support it, you know, so that I think, you know how like when you got your old group of supporters, you almost really don't care what they think because you're constantly getting new supporters. Well, after a while, that's gonna not work so well. Yeah, you're getting new support, new subscribers, but your old faithfuls who are sticking with you, who you see complaining in the chat, it's almost like they're slapping you in the face saying, well, we're gonna do exactly what y'all don't like. Eventually, they're gonna stop watching. Cause I just wait. Past couple of days, I just waited. And they had like maybe 30 skits that I had missed. And I looked at the ones that I knew were just redundant. And the fact that it was a whole day. Mike found out about D late Friday night or early Saturday morning. D and Momo. He still has not said anything to Rafi. And Rafi around there trying to spend company money. Like, why are you making these men look like this? With women like that. Now, I'm going to call it on both sides. It's not like I'm bashing the women. The way that they're portraying the women, like they're gold diggers. Like they are portraying them to be gold diggers. So why are you portraying the women like that? And then why are you portraying the men to be dumb to it? Hey, Robert. Yeah, Wayne took money for the soul. It's ridiculous. Robert, what you doing up? I'm up early today. I'm working from home today. And me and Stefan talking about our favorite. See, and that's the thing. It is one of my favorite things to watch on there, and I'm trying to support, though I'm tired. See, I usually, like I say, every few hours, I'll try to catch like 2 or 3 skits. I'm like, okay, I'll give it time, because he usually drops. Sometimes they might drop 2 within an hour, sometimes maybe 3 or 4. So I try to wait a couple of hours and catch like maybe at least 2 to 4 skits. But now that they're getting so old, so redundant, so boring, they don't make sense. It's like I can go all day and not even like wonder what's going on. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. Simp and begging. Yes. The men are simping and the women are begging. I'm like, stop having these women beg like this. And then Momo acts like she's so disgusted because she laid down with Rafi. I don't know why I be calling that man Rafi. Probably because I want to say he acting like a rat. She's so disgusted by it, right? But when he pulled that $5,000 out, all of a sudden you were okay. Hey, Beetle. Good morning, Beetle. Good morning, Stefan, Robert, Beetle, how are you guys doing today? Happy Monday morning to you. We're up a little bit early and out. We're moving. We're moving. We're on our mission to move. We're on our moving mission. Okay? We're on our mission to move, our moving mission, and we keep moving consistently, and we're persistent about being consistent. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Move, 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 walk, walk, walk. I hope that whoever catches this live or this live replay, I hope that you have it in your plans today to get up and move for at least an hour. Now, that being said, if you can't do an hour, or if you don't have the time to do an hour, if you are pushed for time, if you are under time constraints, or if you're just not ready to do an hour, that's okay too. That's okay too. Do 30 to 45 minutes. And if you can't do that, listen, strive for 15. Strive for 15. And that way, even if you're under time constraints, hopefully you can get 10 minutes done now. 10 minutes today that you didn't do yesterday is a lot. All right? 10 minutes today that you didn't do yesterday is a lot. And do the same thing tomorrow. And by the end of the week, even if you've only done 10 minutes, what's that? That's 50 minutes. Almost an hour more than you did last week, right? So get up and move. Get up and do it. Move those legs, move those arms, put some swivel in that hip, okay? Move with the purpose. Walk and talk. Listen, if you can walk and talk, you're doing great. But make sure that you can do that comfortably. Listen to yourself or have someone walk with you so that you'll know that you're doing it comfortably. You will be a little bit winded, but listen, sometimes you really need to listen, okay? Or listen back. Listen back. And then the next time you do it, focus more on the walking if you're not doing it comfortably. Because sometimes you can think you're doing it comfortably, but if you listen back, you'll realize that you should focus more on your walking, okay? Focus more on your walking. And then you will build up and be able to talk as well, right? The most important part of the walking and talking is the walking, the movement. Everybody is saying it because it sounds cute, catchy, but there are so many ways and so many reasons to walk and talk. But you want to make sure you're not hurting yourself, okay? You want to make sure that it counts for something. So if you feel uncomfortable, just walk, run, jog, skip, hop, jump rope, ride your bicycle around the neighborhood, around the park, right? Get on your stationary bike, your treadmill, your walking pad, your mini stepper, your elliptical. Go swimming, go play tennis, basketball, okay? Grab your kids, your nieces and your nephews, the neighborhood kids, and y'all play some touch football, flag football, okay? Do something. Tug of war, do something, all right? Just keep that body moving. You want to work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. Work your body, don't overexert your body, okay? Don't overexert. You want to make sure that you're doing good, right? Don't overexert. You want the work to count. You want the work to count. Happy Monday, Beetle. Beetle says good morning. That made Rappy look so dumb. Yeah. Everyone dumb. People hang with, oh my gosh. I'm so, you know, they really messed Dom's character up. I'm so tired of Dom. I'm so tired of Rashad. Rashad acting like he sees that Dom is playing him for a fool. And I'm really mad at the way they got Dom acting with him because remember Dom used to always talk him up? Remember Dom used to always encourage him to be to not down himself, lift him, uplift him. And now she's like basically using him. She's doing more than using. You know, she's mentally abusing him and physically abusing him. And because of his mentality, he's allowing it to happen. Is she physically hitting, harming him? No. But it's a mind game. And you know, mental abuse can be just as bad and in some cases worse than physical abuse. So what she is doing to him is honestly mental abuse. Imagine him doing that to her. Imagine him doing that to her. Like in the chat, it's funny. The comments is funny. People make little jokes and cracks about it. But imagine if he was doing it to Dom. Imagine a man doing it to her. The comment section would be a little bit more outraged. The comment section would be a little bit more outraged. And I mean, he said that he was going to stop doing that stuff, but every time she feels like it doesn't matter where they are, she makes him do it. She makes him do it. And I'm like, how is this woman making you do this? And he, she took him to help him to, get himself together with that lady, that therapy, that whatever type of that therapy was that the lady gave him. And now she's using and abusing him. I'm like, Larry, good morning, Larry. Hey, Larry. Larry says, good morning, Lions Pride. I'm at work checking you out. Thank you, Larry. I appreciate you. I'm on early this morning. I got Stefan in here. We got Robert. Wait a minute. Is Robert's last name Lawrence? Hold on. Yeah, okay, because y'all know Lawrence comes through here. So Robert's last name is Lawrence. And sometimes I'm like, hold on. I'll say Lawrence, but I'll mean Robert, okay? But I'm so used to seeing Lawrence when he comes in. So when Robert comes in, his name is Robert Lawrence. I'll say Lawrence, but I'm really talking about Robert, okay? So I'm sorry about that, Robert. I got to remember Robert, because I'm meaning Robert, but I'm saying Lawrence. So welcome in. You got Just Beetle came in here. Betty from Retirement Days, Comfort Foods, and more was in here early this morning. You guys are at work. I appreciate you stopping in, hanging with me while you're at work, getting your work done, okay? Making it happen, getting the work done, being productive. I appreciate you for coming through and checking me out this morning. So we're talking about Country Wayne, but we're still kind of talking about some things that, that you just shouldn't do kind of in life. He's making, the stuff that they're doing is just making us as a group of people look kind of stupid. Now, we all don't do it, but when there are already stereotypes out there about you, why play into the stereotypes? Now, I'm not saying don't keep it juicy. I'm not saying don't keep it like wow. But when it gets to the point where it's the same thing with each couple, like the same thing, like you have one couple on there that has been a good couple, and you're about to tear them apart. Because, Stefan, if you're still in here, you see what they're trying to do with Chase and Candace, right? So we had that one couple that's pretty solid. Now, they get on our nerves as a couple, but that was the good thing about them. They're so similar to each other, right? They're both messy. They talk a lot. But honestly, that's what a husband and wife are supposed to do. That's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be open and talk about everybody's business to each other. That's what they're supposed to do. So even though we fuss about them being a little messy, and it's laughable, and it's good and it's lighthearted because Chase is messy. He can't hold water like in a cup, okay? He got to knock the cup over every time. Candace be telling him to style folks' business, and she be right there with the mess though. She be liking to talk to. So they're a refreshing couple. But now they got this neighbor. I mean, the next door neighbor. Y'all really gonna try Chase with the next door neighbor? Y'all really gonna try Chase with the next door neighbor? And even if they don't cross the line, they're still allowing a third party to interfere in their relationship. And I'm like, y'all tore up a marriage. Y'all get Anthony and Amber together. Y'all just over the past 2 years just tore them up. And everybody's still not on board thinking that they really, really cool yet. And now y'all about to mess with Chase and Candace. Now, they've been solid. Anthony and Amber started out wrong, but they were keeping it secret. And then they threw another party in there who knew their business, and Talking Amber told all her business to everybody else. See, if Anthony and Amber had talked the way Candace and Chase talked, Shayla probably could have never got in there, you know? But one, they didn't talk like that. They were keeping secrets off the top. And, you know, had she told Anthony what she did with Wayne the day of their wedding, he probably would not have married her. But maybe he would have married her later. Maybe they could have got through it and he married her later. But she was too afraid. So they started off wrong. Okay, then she tell all her business. If you're going to tell your business, tell it to your husband like Candace and Chase do. You know? So it's like the stories are just dumb. They're just becoming dumb. They're becoming repetitive. You can't let a couple stay together for 6 months before you messing them up. Even like, I know some people prefer Mike with Melissa. Some people prefer Mike with Sonny. I prefer him with Melissa because the only reason I did is because everybody was down to Melissa. And I do think that Melissa's better than her mom. I think she has it in her to want to be a go-getter. When Melissa was able to leave James alone and finally just let him go after, you know, they talked about how he cheated all the time and she was still his rider, right? Well, she was finally willing to just let him go. That was good. And then they act like she pursued Mike. Melissa didn't chase Mike down to spend his money. It's Momo's the gold digger. Melissa didn't chase him down. Mike chased her down. Mike went after her. She resisted. So I really don't understand what the problem is with Melissa. Now, her mama, don't hold her mama against her. Maybe Melissa was into the money, but when you're with a dealer, okay, and he got money like that, that's what you get accustomed to. Every woman who dates a dealer does it. They get accustomed to it. When they want to shop, they're going to go hold their hand out. When they want to do whatever they want to do, they're going to go hold their hand out. That's their man. That's who they're in a relationship with. But when she got fed up, when he wouldn't leave Ernestine alone, what did Melissa do? She dipped. She dipped. Mike pursued her. They keep acting like Sonny is the one that came on the scene dumb. Because when her husband came on the scene, everybody could see that man did not like her. He wasn't into women. But she married him. Then she fumbled her bag. Okay? She fumbled her bag by messing around with Mike. So I can see why people probably do want her and Mike together. They probably thinking, this girl messed up her settlement, fooling around with Mike. Because that's when the man really decided he wasn't going to pay her, when he found out she had been fooling around with Mike. So I'm like, Melissa didn't pursue Mike. Mike pursued Melissa. Mike loved going over there to the hood, to the ghetto, looking for Melissa. She wasn't even living there. She can't help that her mother is who her mother is. Now her mother about to move, they moving into this new house. And they're going to be out before you know it. Because her uncle over there talking about a Bay 1 and Bay 2 already. Man, you're not a mechanic. Go get you a shop if you're a certified mechanic. You're in a nice neighborhood. Rashal is not going to go for it. They act like they bought their house. They didn't buy their house. They're renting their house, leasing the house or whatever. Rashal ain't going for that. Rashal is not going for that. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Happy Monday morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We're walking and talking. We're walking and talking. And you got to be able to do that comfortably. Okay? Do it comfortably. And if you can't, just walk. If you can't, just walk. Just walk, just walk, just walk. Just walk, just walk, just walk. Okay? Okay? So it's like the reason I liked him and Melissa together is because she was from the hood. She knew he didn't have the kind of money J-Mo had. So Melissa really didn't use him. It was her mama that was always asking for money. If Melissa was that bad, she could have let Easy keep his necklace. Remember when Easy, she could have let him keep the necklace. Easy tried to keep that necklace. She was like, no. She didn't have to let him know about the girl, but she could have took the necklace from that girl that stole it. So I'm like, why is everybody always on her like, they be all up in the comments acting like they don't know what it's like to be a hood girl. And if you don't know what it's like to be a hood girl, everybody knows one. Melissa could have been a lot worse, especially with Hollywood being the way she is. And like I said, I think Melissa probably was like that. But she's young and she's trying to do her own thing. I think she was wrong for getting out of the contract or breaking that contract, but Mike can't be too mad at her for that. That's one business. Mike had about 3 other businesses that he let go under. You know, he talking about you can't help everybody. Well, okay, everybody, well, he was gonna go in business with Sonny first. Do y'all forget that he went in business with Sonny first? She let the actor guy take her business. See, that's that reason why I root for Melissa. For everything they say bad about her, the bougie girls, the uppity girls, Jocelyn, you were in the streets. You were selling that stuff just like Trill and J-Mo. Everything they say bad about Melissa, at least Melissa didn't sell it. She might have picked it up. Everything they say bad about her, they've done it or doing worse. Sonny, Mike helped you get a business before, remember? You messed it up. So I'm like, I root for Melissa. And even though I don't really want her with Mike now, at first I did, because it seemed like that was his longest relationship. That was his longest relationship. That was really his longest relationship. Hey, is that, wait a minute. Is that Uno? It's the family. I think why? Because you got to do much for her family. Right. But Mike lost his other businesses on his own. His car washes, neglecting them, not paying attention. Rashad told him at one point things weren't looking so good. When Dawn went out of town, he wasn't paying attention to the business. Had he been paying more attention to the business, she probably wouldn't have, a lot of the stuff that happened probably wouldn't have happened. Now with the business with Dawn, it may have happened anyway, but Mike should have been on top of that. Or he should have been at least more in the loop. He couldn't prevent it. Rashad probably was just like, forget it. She ain't here. Mike don't come around here. So he was probably just like, forget it. So Mike has lost, and not just one car wash. I think he said it was 2 or 3. So now you want to hold it so against Melissa because she don't want to work around you. And truth be told, as a woman, I wouldn't want to work around him either. Because if it's not one thing, it's another. The circumstances in which they broke up, I wouldn't want to work around him. He got somebody else pregnant. And then when he does come, that person gonna be all up in his face, in my face, rubbing it in. I don't blame her for it. I think like they said she should have stuck to it to get her money. But at least she's trying to get money another way. I just don't think she should be trusting Dom. Because Dom is trying to play everybody. And Dom is gonna end up getting in trouble with somebody. Uno says good morning. Uno. Melissa cool, it's just her family. Yeah, it's the family. Like, I think she's learned to be, a little bit better. Oh, no, what you laughing at? I'm definitely starting my walk today. I did 2 days last week. I'm going to try all this week. I've been good, Uno. I've been good. I missed you, man. I missed you. I miss y'all. Y'all don't come in here. I try to go almost every day. Like, I took a break. Did I walk yesterday? I took a break over the weekend. Because, sometimes the things that you do online, sometimes you just want to do them with yourself. You just want to do them with yourself. You don't have to do everything online, even if that's what your channel is about. You don't have to put, like some people, they are glued to their phones. They are attached to their phones. They're looking to see what you're doing. They're looking to do what they're doing. They're looking to see what the next person's doing. All the other YouTube neighbors, they're in every chat. I'm like, when do you work now? When? What time? They're trying to keep up with how many videos you're putting out so they can put out those videos. They're trying to change it up when you change it up. They're trying to do everything that you're trying to do. They're trying to do everything that the neighbor down the street is trying to do, up the street, across the street. It's like, take a break and just do it for you today. Just do it for you today. Just cook. Just cook for you today. If you cook, you got a cooking channel and you like to do your stuff on camera, that's what your channel's about, cool. But do you ever just cook for yourself? Like, so you can just focus for you. Focus for you. Focus for you. The mom pimping her daughter out for money. Yeah, I can. Now that's what I can't stand. That's why I say I can understand why they can't stand Hollywood, because I can't stand Hollywood. In Hollywood, she acts like that's their house. Like, what do you not understand? You are renting. You are leasing. You got Dudu over there already talking about bringing cars, and she did tell him that he can't have cars all in the yard. She said, get it in and get it out. But you know what that's gonna turn to. I don't know the goal of Don. See, that's what I'm saying. That writing so crazy. The writing is so crazy. I don't know the goal of Dom. Now it's start off good, but you right. She's so dumb now. I don't like the way she treats Rashad. You know, I don't like the way she treats Rashad. I just don't like she's in Sonny's father's face. Sonny sees what's up. Her dad is falling for her, right? Dom knows that Sonny's dad is falling for her. So I'm like, how are you playing this? You want Mike, who has this man's daughter pregnant. So are you gonna make this man, well, she ain't making him fall in love, but she kind of is, because Dom is playing into that. So do you want this man to fall in love with you, knowing that you're in love with his grandchild's father? Like, I don't understand that. The storyline is crazy. And then she's trying to keep Melissa preoccupied, to keep Melissa out of the loop, out of the circle. And Melissa's probably her least worried right now, because I know she's mad, but she seems to be really trying to stand on business as far as like not dealing with that. So she's still trying to mingle with Melissa. Got that guy trying to come on to Melissa. That backfired a little bit. That was too soon. She was gonna play it that way, she played that too soon. So that backfired. She's knows that Sonny's dad is feeling her. And she knows she's still in love with Mike. And her and granddad playing games. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm just kind of tired of it. And I watched all of the skits, but I kind of took a break. Because like I said, I waited till the end of the day. And anyone that I wasn't really feeling, I didn't even click on it. If I wasn't feeling it, I didn't click on it. Yeah, I cannot see. I put thank you guys for those thumbs up. I appreciate it. So if I wasn't feeling it, I didn't even click on it. Now, I did watch Phil's skits have been kind of, Phil brings the comedy, and I enjoy Phil. But when he was doing that acting stuff, that was kind of boring to me. But now that Parker is at the house a little bit more, it's so funny. Did you see Parker changing the locks? Parker said that the landlord is not supposed to come in the house, okay, without permission. And so I don't like the way they're going with Ezra and Phil. Ezra and Phil were friends, are friends. Now they got the girl that Phil called himself friend zoning. Now he likes her. That girl likes Ezra. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's like they can't keep. It's like they don't want people to be. I don't know how to say. They don't want relationships to thrive. That's what I get. I'm tired of that. Now, I'm all for like DC and Sarah. They have worn me out. I almost don't click on them. I clicked on them because it was a little bit funny, because I know what the storyline is. And now it got a little bit juicy because they included somebody else in their marriage. So I've been clicking on them more than I had been, previously. But it's just like Lawrence, he acts like he wants to be with Erica. He's accusing Erica. But then you out there in LA telling people you don't know if you want to be with her. I'm like, it's just crazy. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm back. So, it's just crazy to me. I'm not really feeling the skits right now. Not really feeling the skits right now. And probably won't be feeling them until they start. I don't know who writes. You know, the people in the comments say Amber writes skits, Mike writes skits. And I'm like, well, maybe they need to let somebody else write the skits. Maybe he needs to hire somebody else. Let somebody else come in and see what's been going on, see how redundant it is, see how repetitive it is, see how they just go on and go on without making sense. Like the skit with you remember when D was in there shopping for a bracelet or something, that jewelry, whatever he was shopping for, and he met that lady in the jewelry store. Well, all of a sudden he tells Mimi he has a friend. He and that lady really aren't friends. I don't think he's seen that lady since they were at the store. So he all of a sudden he has a friend, right? He pops up on her at her studio, and he's finding a place for Mimi to do hair or whatever. Well, the lady that was there does not look like the lady that was at the jewelry store, which I'm cool with that because it's their skits. You know, they can change the characters, but the lady that he went to talk to was a little bit. She was kind of thirsty. The lady at the jewelry store wasn't thirsty. D was thirsty. He was checking her out. And I was like, now, if she is the same lady, they had her like up on her stuff in the jewelry store. Like she wasn't about no games. She was about her money. She wasn't about nobody's, you know, she was just like letting him know off the bat. She take care of herself. She got her own money. Then when he went in to talk to her about letting Mimi come into the studio or to get one of her booths, she flirting. She talking about who it is and all that. She talking about that's a fine man. And I'm like, what? See, they just water people down. They water people down. I'm like, this lady was about her business in the jewelry store. She wasn't thinking about D, but now all of a sudden D comes by to ask a favor. She hasn't seen him since the jewelry store. They don't know they didn't know each other before. And now she's handing out favors. And now she's thirsty after D talking about how good he looks. It's like the skits are just crazy. It seems like Mike is writing his skits and doesn't know what to do. He's probably writing Ralphie's skits and doesn't know what to do. It seems like Amber E is writing her skits. She finally maybe started listening. But then even Amber and Anthony get on my nerves with you know how Anthony was always asking Ro questions when they were working out. What do you think about this? What if this? What if that? I'm so tired of them asking each other questions. Anthony and Amber skits are like question skits. They're always asking each other questions. Or every now and again, telling each other why something happened. I'm like, oh my gosh, can y'all like not go on vacation? Do something. Get out of that house. Y'all are back together. Y'all have been separated for a while. This time last year, was it like this time last year she was finding out about Shayla? So like y'all are back together. Do something. Do something different. If people are telling you the problem, right, and you don't want to fix it, it's on Wayne. The people are gonna leave. Exactly. And so that's what I'm thinking that because I think his skits are what? Are they on Instagram? I know they're on Facebook and they're on YouTube. So I don't know what other platform he uses, but I know he uses YouTube and he uses Facebook. So he probably has a huge following. I never watched him on Facebook because I don't be watching stuff on Facebook, but I bet he probably has a huge following on Facebook. And we know he has like over 500,000 subscribers now on YouTube. But if he keeps on, like I said, a lot of people are going to start to leave because a lot of people are just staying because they want him to be successful. You know, when people like you and they like what you're doing, they'll stick with you longer. But they're only going to stick with you for so long. Like, it's just, you're not listening. And again, it's almost like, even in the comments, people are like, okay, sometimes if you do stuff to kind of irritate us, to annoy us because we're complaining, we get it. We get it. You kind of testing the waters. You're letting us know you're going to do what you want to do. But when you just get to the point where the quality of the work is going down, the storylines, they stink. It's over and over. DC and Sarah, over and over and over. It's the same thing over and over and over. And then you go and add someone to the mix. It's like, we can't, it makes you want to scream. It just makes you want to scream. It just makes you want to scream. Like, how much more do you think we can take? You do it to annoy us, I think, and to see if we're going to continue to watch. We continue to watch and continue to support, and the quality of the work is getting worse. And the new subscribers, they're just there because, just like you happen to find anything else, you may happen to find it and you get hooked. See, they don't know all the stuff that we've been watching over and over and over and over and over and over and over. You even still got people, because listen, those comments tell a lot. You got people in the comments even saying, look, I tell my cousin, I tell my coworkers. So you got people who are there who are not satisfied, still sending people to check out the skits, even though we're not satisfied. Even though we're not satisfied. I don't understand. I don't understand. But it's been an hour. I'm about to get out of here, guys. I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to get out of these clothes. I'm about to shower. I already exercised. So we walked early. I might come back later. In case I don't, we got it done. We got it done. Okay? So it is Monday. I need you to get up and get out and get it done. Whatever it is you need to do, whether it's pay bills, whether it's to go to the school to eat lunch with the kids, whether it's to go have lunch with your parents, your siblings, your friends, whether it's to go to a seminar, whether it's to go get some kind of continuing education, whether it's to just go to an afternoon movie, whether it's to go look for a part-time job. Y'all know the holidays are coming up. So even people who are retired, or people who work full-time jobs, or people who work part-time jobs, they go and look for other part-time jobs, right? Because listen, a lot of times people say, I don't spend all that money during the holidays. Okay. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because it shouldn't be about the money, right? And even though it shouldn't be about the money, some of us like that it's a little bit about the money. Not because we really want to spend money. Because let me tell you, a lot of times I don't want to spend money. But when I'm spending money, I enjoy spending money. Does that make sense? Does that make sense, y'all? I really don't like to spend the money. Like, you ask me right now, Lions, you want to go? I'm like, no. But then when I get around the house and start making my list of what's needed around the house, the household items, the grocery items, those are necessities with a few wants in there. Okay, those are needs with a few wants in there. But when we're talking about holiday shopping, I'm the one that likes the holiday shop, y'all. I like to. It's not really about the money. It's about the shopping. But of course, to shop, it takes money, right? So it's about the getting this for this person, getting this for that person, making sure I got this for the little ones in the family, making sure I got this for the other ones. And usually my family, the adults, we pull names. So we keep it, we keep the bulk of the money focused on the kids, the school-age kids, the college kids, and then anybody out of college and older, unless you go back to school or whatever. We pull names. So we do it like that. But the holidays, your job, they have the Christmas party, usually at the beginning, the first week or so of December. So they got the Christmas parties. You got Thanksgiving coming up. You got Black Friday coming up. So I like to spend money for the holidays. Y'all, I do. I like to spend money for the holidays. Now, just generally speaking, no, I don't like to spend a lot of money. But for the holidays, it's just something about the mood. It's the holiday season. It's festive. And even though money and spending is not the reason for the season, we know that. We're just human. We're just human. That's one time where I do enjoy spending money. So get up, do something that to help you make a little bit more money for the holidays. Even if you don't spend it, it's a good time to earn some extra money to save. Okay. Holiday time is a good time to earn extra money to save. And I say that because that's when people are doing a little bit more hiring. They may not, you may not want 40 hours a week. A lot of times when they're doing holiday hiring, they don't want anybody 40 hours a week, right? They want to hire maybe a set number of people to come in and to kind of pick up the extra. if they're usually staffed with 10, maybe they want to make sure that they're staffed with an extra 3 to 5 per shift, or however their schedule goes. So it's a good time to, even if you don't like spending money, it's a good time to make extra money and just save it. Save it for your spring vacation. Save it for your summer vacation. So it is money. Think of it as money, 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 money Monday. Money making Monday. Money makes Monday move. Monday moves. Just think of it that way. Or just think of it as a magnificent Monday, a marvelous Monday. Okay? Of making things better for yourself if you can Monday, in any way that you can. And again, that could just be picking up a new job, 20 hours a week, 8 hours a week. It could be a day, whatever it is. Because I don't know how this economy is going to be for this holiday season. Stefan says it's like when people ask for more money, they get them out here and replace them with new people. Right. When you ask for more money, they sure will. That's what some of them will do. Some of these jobs are something else. That's why, people started to be, people preach to be hard workers and to be faithful with your job, to go to your job on time, go to work, do the things that you need to do at work, in order for you to have a productive day at work, in order for your company to be a productive company, in order to just excel. But the company is always going to do what's best for the company. You have a few companies that really do look out for their employees, but these companies are going to do what's best for the company. So if you are that person that goes to work extra, you go early when they need you to, you stay late when they need you to. But the first time you ask to be off and say you haven't been off all year, they look at you cross-eyed. You need to start rethinking how dedicated you are to the company. Because I can bet you 9 times out of 10, that supervisor that you put in your request to be off has probably been off at least maybe 5 times in the past, I'll say this year maybe, to go on vacation, to do something with their kids, to just hang out, to just take a mental health day, to take the dog to the vet. You know what I'm saying? So if you say you need to be off to take your dog to the vet, they might give you the day off quicker than if you say you need a mental health day. That's just how people are. They want you to be dedicated to the company, but their dedication is a little bit lax. And again, that's not all companies, because some companies are great. Some companies are great. But some, if you're in positions of authority, management, owners, CEOs, and all this kind of stuff, they're going to take off to do whatever they need to do. But when you ask to be off and you haven't been off all year, they're going to look at you cross-eyed. So if you get vacation days, if you get paid time off, whether it accumulates from year to year or whether it starts over each year, use your time. Use your time. Use your time. Take your time. If you go nowhere, especially if you are still blessed enough or lucky enough to have, blessed and lucky enough to have, like, earn, what is it, like maybe 0.4 or 0.8 out, like a day a month, 0.4 hours of pay period or something like that. And then you got PTO time too. So maybe totally you're earning maybe two days a month. And at the end of the year, if you don't use them, they drop and it starts over. Or even if they roll over, use your time. Take you a mental Monday. Get you a 3-day weekend. Use your time. Because they're going to be off when they need to be off to do the things that they need to do. And they're going to be off when they want to be off to do the things they want to do. All right? So thank you guys for coming over here. Stefan, I appreciate you. Robert, Lawrence, Uno, I appreciate you. Betty, Retirement Days, Comfort Foods, and more. Larry King, Just Beetle, I appreciate you guys for coming in. Anybody who catches this replay, thank you. Hit that thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Once you subscribe, once you hit that subscription button, tap that notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time I upload a short, because y'all know I'm a shorts channel. I don't like doing those videos for real. I'm a shorts channel, and we go live almost every day over here in Lions Pride where we walk and talk. So hit that subscription button, tap the notification bell, and select all so that you'll be notified. And if you feel like you're not getting the notifications, because sometimes that happens, so you got to do something, because if you don't, they'll unsubscribe you. So make sure that you subscribe and hit all. And if you don't see any notifications, come back, and do it all over again. Unsubscribe and resubscribe. Okay? Unsubscribe and resubscribe. Re-trigger it. Okay? Re-trigger it. And listen, sometimes people don't get the notifications, but like I said before, when you are subscribed to so many people, right? Your notification feed, your notifications, I guess you could say your notification feeds, your notification lineup, or whatever you want to call it, you can only get so many. And think about how many people are going live at the same time, maybe putting up scheduling a live at the same time. So sometimes you're going to miss something, like you're not going to get the notifications. But hopefully, if that person goes live enough and you catch them enough, whether you comment or not, if you watch them enough, you get the replay enough, you'll be able to come on when they do go live, and you do have the time to drop down in chat and say hello. If it's someone you're getting to know, you might just kind of hang out and wait a minute. But if it's someone that you know, say hello. Let the people know you're there. Let the people know you're there. Even if you don't have anything to contribute to the conversation, if you know them, they go to your chat, or if you're a content creator, they come to your chat. Let them know you're there. It don't take but like how many seconds to type? HELLO, 5 letters. 5 letters. HELLO. Hello. Stopping by. A statement. A fragment of a statement. It doesn't take long. All right. So thank you guys for coming over here. You guys know what time it is. It's time for those R words. Hope that you got you some rest over the weekend. Hope that you released, relaxed, related to what you can, resolve the things that you could. Hope that you are refreshed and rejuvenated for today and this week. Hope that you replenish your cup, replenish your heart, mind, body, and soul, because it's all about the mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. Okay? Think about that 4-letter word self. Make it a prefix for so many positive words. Self-love, self-motivation. Motivate yourself. All right? This is not a child-friendly channel. We don't cut up over here. We say some words from time to time, YouTube. But listen, motivate your damn self, okay? Do things that you can do. Things that are within the possibilities of your capabilities, okay? The possibilities of your capabilities. It's possible if you're capable, right? So do the things that are in the possibilities of your capabilities, all right? Do you, because everybody else is taken. And you can imitate, but you can't duplicate. You can't replicate. So do you, and you'll be happier. You'll get more done. You'll be more successful. All right. Self-love, self-motivation, self-dedication, self-respect, self-esteem, self-evaluate sometimes. Okay. Sometimes you got to be selfish. You got to be selfish and take care of you, because we always taking care of the kids, the significant other, the spouses, the parents, the friends, sometimes even the doggone frenemies. But in order to continue to do that, you got to take care of yourself. Sometimes put yourself first. Of course, put God first, then put family first. But there got to be some times when you make the exception to put you first, so that you can continue to be productive and continue to be able to do the things that you need to do to keep putting your family first and where they need to be, to keep having yourself where you need to be. So y'all know what time it is. I wish you peace, positivity, and prosperity. Because what? Without that peace, it's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. Wherever those two live together, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. I won't say you won't prosper, but if chaos and negativity reign supreme in your brain, it's all right to be petty because we're human, right? I don't mind being a little petty because people be peopling. And sometimes you gotta be a little petty, right? But try not to let bothered people bother you to the point it gets your pressure up. Try not to let stress people stress you out. You want to walk patiently, peacefully, productively, purposefully into your purpose. So I'm going to see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lions Pride. Remember, get up, move an hour if you can. If you can't, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. If you cannot, for whatever reason, time constraints, you just don't feel like it, strive for 15. So hopefully at least you'll get 10 minutes done today that you didn't do yesterday. Tomorrow, maybe you can do 20. If not, do another 10. By the end of the week, hopefully you've done 50 extra minutes. So it may not be the recommended amount per certain sources, but at least you've done more than you did the week before. Okay. And day by day, you've done more than you did the day before. So just get up, keep moving, keep going, keep walking, keep pushing, keep striving, keep pulling, keep elevating, keep uplifting yourself, motivate yourself. Nothing that anybody else does should be your motivation. Somebody else's motivation should not be your motivation. It's okay for people to motivate you, but like y'all know when I say I don't motivate anybody anymore. But if you're doing something and it's good and it's productive for you, I encourage you, I implore you to continue to do that. So keep doing the things that are conducive to your growth. What somebody else does may not be conducive to your growth. Take hints, take cues, but make things your own. The same way you would teach your kids to be individual, be creative, go their own way. Know that their journey is their journey, not somebody else's journey. Somebody else's journey can't be your journey. Somebody else's way shouldn't be your way. They may have some ways that are helpful towards you. Of course, do those things. But remember that you can imitate, but you can't duplicate. Stop trying to duplicate. Be you, do you. See things you like, take it and make it yours. Do it your way. And try to be the best that you can be. And I'll see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk in Lions Pride. It may be this evening. If not, if it's the Lord's will, it may be tomorrow. Bye, y'all.